welcome to Guitar Paradiso. My name is Mick.
And I'm Pete. How are you doing, everybody?
We were just getting a bit lost in a nice little chord progression there.
Yeah, with the little looper going on, with a bit of an F to a bit of a C, a bit of an A minor to a bit of a G,
yes.
I believe.
Not really blues, but hey, there we are.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
To wit. Blues Masters.
Blues Masters. Andertons exclusive, aren't they?
Yes, so Lee has just told me the backstory on these guitars and I'm going to try and remember it. So yeah, the most desirable Les Pauls ever made between 1958 and 1960. There were not very many of them, as we know. And ever since then, or in fact not ever since then, but latterly, Gibson Custom down there in Nashville has been making accurate recreations of them. You'll hear them referred to as R8s and R9s. Sorry for anyone who knows this, but some people don't know it. So R meaning reissue, 8 meaning 58, and 9 meaning 59, which are the most common ones.
Yeah.
There are others.
Yeah.
So Andertons have taken advantage of Gibson's Made to Measure series for 2016.
Yeah.
And has come up with the Blues Master.
Yeah.
You can only buy them from Andertons, right?
Only buy them from Andertons.
So that word is exclusive to Andertons.
Yeah.
And what it means is Andertons has spec'd out some R8s and R9s that are very lovely, as you can see.
And we've got two of them today. We've got an R8 and an R9. We've got the 58 and we got the 59. And we thought we were kind of going to show you just the differences in the guitars. Basically have a little play, swap some amps over. And as I said, mentioned, you can go back and have a listen and look at the other videos we've done on the 58 and the video I did with Matt where we sort of went through the whole process. The whole process, because he went to Nashville, he handpicked the tops and the flames and all this different stuff. So and there's more videos on the Top Shelf Guitar playlist of the guitars being played as well, where you can go and have a listen to that.
Yep. I'm sorry, I was just looking at this. There's a nice little thing you get with it.
Because you literally get this custom booklet with it where it actually says, you know.
Yeah, Gibson Blues Master Les Paul, designed by Andertons Music Company in the UK, based
Yeah.
on a standard historic 1950 Les Paul, 59 in that case.
In this case here, yeah.
Handpicked flame maple top, custom blah 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 blah
Exactly.
blah blah.
So if you want these, you have to come in to Andertons.
Signed by Rick Gembar, who runs the custom shop over there. Always got a massive cigar on, Rick.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I like a massive cigar.
Yeah, even when he's indoors. Not lit indoors, of course, but
Always
he's got
have
it
it
there anyway.
like
Yeah, yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Just the cigar there. Hello.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, let's have a listen. So,
Yeah.
difference in the two guitars. They also, a quick one to mention is the. Are you okay?
Yes. I've got something in my arm. It's a small tear.
It's a small tear.
Looking at this lovely
There's
guitar.
your you got a little tattoo there on the side. So another thing to mention is the phase reversal switch here
Oh, nice.
on the back pickup.
So if you're in
Yeah.
the middle position and you're playing something like this.
So that's the kind of Peter Green thing, and that's in the case of the 59 here, it's actually that the pickups in this are the overwound pickups that are in the Beast.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Bernie's
where
guitar.
these, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where these come from. So your middle tone would be with the face in there. So as you play it.
It's a cool
It's
sound. That
interesting, isn't
out
it?
of phase sound is a really
Yeah.
cool sound.
Which it didn't. I don't know the whole story. Did they know they had it, or was it kind of a mistake?
The
Or
pickup went in for repair. It got repaired with the magnet the other way around, and that meant that the pickups were magnetically out of phase.
yeah,
So they won't have achieved it that way in these guitars because you can't swap the magnet around. But
no.
I don't,
Yeah.
anyway, whatever.
But anyway, so that's another feature of these guitars that Lee and Matt thought was really cool, and they had them put into the guitar, which is really cool. Anyway, let's have a quick listen. I'll start. We've got a little AB box now because we didn't have any other video, and we thought we need an AB box, don't we? So it's easier. So I'm just gonna flick between the two. We're going into the Fender, not so, and then I play and you play, and so forth and so forth, and so hello.
Should we start clean?
Let's start some clean, yeah. So clean. So just some blue stuff. G. Everything up. That's a lick for you there. You give me one. Oh. Sounds different?
Yeah, just play a open G chord, just all the strings.
Okay.
It's got slightly bigger balls, doesn't it?
Slightly bigger balls.
Let's get some drive on.
Dive on. King tone. Oh, you can have a G again. Oh, that's funny because it's mellower all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's got more. It's almost like it's pushing more.
Yeah, Casey mellower.
So they sound kind of similar. One of the reasons for the differences are because bearing in mind, other than the grade of the the wood for the top,
Yeah.
the guitars are otherwise identical. So
Mahogany bodies.
yeah, based on, it's called, now let me get this right, Standard Historic, because for 2016 Gibson's got 2 ranges of historic guitars. There's True Historic, which is horrendously expensive, 2 finished choices. Some of the plastics are absolutely bang on. I think some of the dies are slightly different. Anyway, that's the True Historic, and they're loads and loads of money. And then there's Standard Historic, which is based on the 2014.
That's correct.
Historic specs.
Yeah.
So you get the long neck tenon, you get everything as it should be, but they're quite a bit less expensive. So that's the spec, Standard Historic, if you want to look it up.
Both of them.
So the only difference in the 2 guitars, apart from the variances in the wood itself, are the pickups.
Yeah, pickups. Top, of course, one being a bit more flamey, but I don't know if that's anything to do with. We don't, that's, again, that's.
Yeah.
A tone wood question. I would like to just try quickly the same, but with this pulled out.
Yeah.
So, where are we? Hang on. So in. Out.
Only affects the middle position.
Ah, yes, that's me. Sorry, my fault. You kind of want to play a bit of green on that. There's not much in it, is there?
I think this one sounds slightly hollower.
Yes, I think you're right. Actually,
Do you think?
It sounds quite. Yeah. That's a good way of hollow.
Maybe because the pickups aren't quite as powerful, so you get a bit more. It's even more hollow when you have them out of phase.
Yeah. All right then. So now you know that we've got a Marshall JTM45 here. So we just plug that in and then see what that sounds like. But was that Clapton? Some Eric Clapton style. Wasn't that not the era where he's played a bit of? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
At least the Marshall, anyway.
A Marshall, anyway. Yeah.
Let's go for a bit of that.
So we're still on the floor here with a bit of Analog Man. You are on with the AB box. Always a good idea to turn the amp on, kids. Top tip.
Bit more drive required, I think.
I think so.
Hollow sound always puts me in mind of Gary Moore and Albert Collins.
Yeah, that's right. So me. with that.
Let's try it with some higher gain. So that was Analog Man King of Tone. Pete's also got JHS Angry Charlie on the floor. Let's see what that sounds like. Got some really heavy gain.
Sorry. As loud.
Pretty serious.
It's serious stuff, man.
Pretty serious.
They're good guitars.
I want to try one last thing.
Stonking.
Can you affect the input level on these mics?
What do you mean?
Because I just want to turn the Marshall up just for a few seconds. We can't do it for very long because we'll hurt ourselves. But
yes.
I just want to turn the Marshall up a little bit just to see what happens. Every day you get to do that, so we've got the JTM45 there on sort of between 6 and 7 on the Masters, and just pushed a tiny bit with a bit of boost in the front of there, and that is a sound of,
my good lord, that's good.
It's just the sound of ages is what that is.
Wow, in the room, if I wish you could all be in the room right now and hear that, what that just sounded like.
Go on, play the 59 just quickly then. He's got crack ribs just to make that point again. Just see what you make of this, Peter.
It reminds me of this one time when I got to put bridge 6 Marshalls JTM800 in 6 4x12s with an SD custom.
Oh my goodness!
And just turn everything up right in front of it. Just incredible. And it's funny because it's not loud. You just feel it in a way. It is loud, but it kind of, you know, that's what I mean. You know, it doesn't necessarily get much louder. It just gets much better.
Yeah, there comes a point where there's compression, but I think you can probably tell by the faces that having the opportunity to plug a guitar like this into a traditional Marshall and turn it up. I mean, it's just
special.
It's the sound of,
yeah,
and that, I guess that's the point.
Yeah.
You've heard this sound. You know, no vintage style Les Paul is going to sound radically different from the next one. It's a tried and trusted formula. It's something that we all know and love.
Yeah.
But you know, you might want your perfect blend of colour, of feel, of neck
and that's
shape,
you can actually get that done because of the made-to-measure program. So if you do have anything special in mind, you can come into Andertons and you can say to the guys, I would like this top, I would like that spec, I would like the Skinner burst, I would like a Kentucky fried chicken burst or whatever it is, tomato soup burst or whatever the...
I think...
you know what I mean?
It's definitely true, but all I would say about that is that ordering a custom guitar can be a very deflating experience because you built it up in your mind to be this thing, and then when it's delivered, you're like, yeah, didn't... My expectation... Not that it's any worse, but that your expectation is... slightly to the left or to the right of what it actually turns
and it's
out.
something different when it turns
And I
up.
think I think Andertons have taken a lot of the work out of doing that because I don't know about you, Pete, but when I want a Les Paul, I want a couple of things.
Yeah.
I want Sunburst that looks a bit old and faded.
Yeah.
I want vintage style PAFs, and I just want it on that 58 or 59.
I'll tell you what I want
blueprint.
is exactly this.
Do you see? That's too flamey for me. I prefer this. I mean, it's still a little bit flamey, but...
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Cool guitars.
Anyway, guys, go and have a look at the website, because the link will be below, and these are the Blues Master 5859 Special Andertons edition guitars. Come in and try them out. And I'm Pete.
And I'm...